All right, Senior Home Business family, how you guys doing today? Today is, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it is. Is it Thursday, Drew? Greg? I have no idea what day
It's
it is.
Must
Thursday.
be.
My days are all mixed up backwards, coming back from the East Coast doing a senior placement challenge. But it is Thursday, I guess, October 2nd. And we got a special guest on today with us, Greg Forrester from Central Florida. And he's one of our newest members in TSL. And we want to always have some of our partners on, not only just to promote them, but also just to encourage you guys out there to learn more about TSL. And so we're going to be talking to Greg a little bit today. And we're also going to be talking about some new features of TSL, right, Drew? We got some new features that are cooking, always improving.
That's right.
Always getting better, and looking forward to some of that. And so I've been very excited to see the progress of TSL over the last, I don't know, Drew, what, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. It's been a whirlwind. It seems like we just started yesterday, and so much has transpired and so much has improved over the time. I mean, it was always, in my mind, always a fantastic service product out there. But man, now it's just getting like unbelievable. The SEO, the number of hits that we're getting on our website, and it's just unreal for a service this short period of time and developing that much traction. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, we get so many great ideas from the other TSL partners who are out there in the field deploying TSL in their local area. And they come back to us with product feedback. Oh, could we do this or that? And so it kind of creates a constant state of ever improvement with the product, which I love.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. If you guys want to learn more about TSL, you can just drop down and click a link and watch a free webinar. You can also watch a webinar about the Senior Placement Institute and what we do in the senior home business family. You can buy a 3-day recorded workshop, and you can schedule a consultation call with me if you like. All that stuff is down below. But let's get into it today. Talk about some different changes in the senior placement industry, you guys, because I've been doing this, as my audience knows, since 2018 as an entrepreneur. And before that, I was with an assisted living community. My wife's been in medical for 15 years. And it's just been a whirlwind. It's been in a good sense. But I've seen a lot of changes over the last 7, going on 8 years now. And, you know, when I started my business, you guys, it was all about traditional. It was all about getting your business card, knocking on doors, establish relationships with social workers. And that's the only thing that I was doing. And then 2019, I transitioned into more of an online deal. Now, unlike, if you're just new to the channel, you'll hear me say this quite a bit, but unlike the national companies, I'm not out there disclosing private information from seniors to 30 different communities, and they all just call and it becomes a telemarketing game. Nothing like that, but just made it a lot more easier for families to jump online with me. It saved them, you know, a drive to Starbucks, a drive to the skilled nursing or hospital. It also enabled families that were out of state or just maybe out of the city, just couldn't make it, and they could be part of the discussion. So that was kind of cool. And then this year now TSL, so super excited about it. Let's talk a little more about the vision, you guys, of TSL. Drew, let's kind of start off with, I know our audience has been following us in terms of what we're doing and all, but we've got some really cool new features, man, that have just came out. So you want to speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. And maybe I can share my screen and add some visual to go along with it. But so one of the key differentiators with Tour Senior Living is that we enable the families who visit your page to connect directly with the communities, which in senior placement is never done, right? You never want to just let the families go around you and connect directly with communities, even though many families, that's what they're looking to do. They're doing their own research online. They want to book their own tour. Some of them want to talk to a senior placement agent and get that local expertise, that guidance. And they still have that option, right? There you are, Matt, in the upper right. So they can talk to you.
Oh, that ugly mug, man. That's going to deter people from calling. We think there. Jeez.
No, so you can talk to a senior placement agent if you want to. But the power of the platform is that you can call the senior living community directly. And here's what we noticed is that our SEO presence has really taken off. And so, yes, we get families here who are looking to tour, they're prospecting, looking at different communities. But we've also been getting calls from families who already have a loved one at the community. They just Googled, Fresno Senior Living or whatever the community name is, and boom, Tour Senior Living pops up there, and they call this number. And so we've been, having to field calls, not just from tours, but from prospective families, because the SEO has picked up so much. So what we did is we're now implementing, it's called a virtual receptionist for all of the phone calls that come through Tour Senior Living. So an actual person will pick up every call, ask a few intake questions. Hey, who are you looking for? Are you when are you looking to schedule a tour? And then they initiate what's called a warm transfer. So the virtual receptionist will say, okay, family, please, I'll place you on hold while I get a hold of the marketing director at Fresno Senior Living. We call the
Wait, Drew, is that a live person?
It's a live person.
A live person.
Yeah.
Oh man, not just a robot AI. It's actually
No
a live
robots.
person. Okay, cool.
No robots here. So the live person calls the marketing director, says, hey, I've got, Mary on the line. She's looking for care for her mother. They're looking to set up a tour. And this weekend, is it okay if I put you through? So that kind of helps the marketing director be prepared to receive the phone call, lets them know that this referral is coming from you, Matt Stafford, or you, Greg Forster at Tour Senior Living. And then they make the connection. The call's recorded. So Greg gets a full transcript of what was discussed and a summary, and also an email directly to the community and to him, keeping a record that referral came from the senior placement agent for that area. But then it also helps as a kind of a gatekeeper, so that when people call, and they're trying to reach the director of nursing or whatnot, now the virtual receptionist can guide them to make sure they get connected with the right person. Okay, I'm not sending this person to the marketing director now. I'm routing this call to where it needs to go. So to make sure, the marketing director is only getting real qualified leads through your Tour Senior Living page.
Oh, I love it, man. You mentioned my man, Greg. Greg is with us today. I got a little ticker down at the bottom. That is Greg's contact information, guys. He's in Central Florida, senior placement agent, part of TSL. And if you or somebody needs assistance with assisted living, memory care, independent communities that are out there in Central Florida, man, do not hesitate to reach out to Greg. He'd love to help you out. And he's got all the resources necessary. So Greg is very much new to the TSL community. But Greg, as we get into this, I just want to kind of go through some questions, just kind of what prompted you to get part of TSL and all that. But when you first got set up with TSL, I mean, because it hasn't been that long, right? So what's the vision that you started to see for your business, and how does this platform help you reach that vision?
Well, I've been in the estate and probate business for 20 years now, and I've looked at many different opportunities such as guardianship, and I got my license to actually be an administrator for assisted living facilities. And I knew that I wanted to work with the senior community, especially since my father just passed away and my mom is looking at a senior living community as well at this time. And I've been following you for over a year, probably
over a year. You didn't fall asleep. My gosh, man.
No, I didn't fall asleep. I learned, I listened. And when I heard you started talking about TSL 6 or 8 months ago, I was like, this sounds like something I'd really be interested in. And shame on me for not jumping on as a beta tester, but that's okay. No worries. But anyways, I joined it because I see the vision of how simple it is for skilled nursing facility social workers to get the senior living communities out in front of people very quickly, and also to narrow it down to what type of care needs they might have. And it simplifies the process to the point where, you should want to be a senior placement agent with this type of technology and the skill sets that Matt and Drew bring to the table here. It's just an awesome concept.
Man, I really appreciate that, Greg. And I appreciate you being part of our community and one of our partners. And it's always great to have an individual like yourself, a quality individual that really cares about people, that understands the nature of this business, that really genuinely wants to help people. Because you guys out there, if you're aspiring to get into this industry, that's really what it takes. Just the heartbeat of Greg in terms of being a person of empathy, a person that really cares for seniors. They view themselves as an advocate for seniors. And we're committed to our partners so much, Drew, that you're only allowing one senior placement agent per territory. And we say that over and over again, but that is absolutely true, because what we're committed to doing is not creating competition for our partners. We want our partners to succeed. And so we get a number of calls already, gosh, within the first 7-8 months of this, Drew, that people want a certain territory. And unfortunately, I've got to tell them it's not available at the moment. And I hate saying that, but it just is. And so we're just committed to doing that. And but it's, man, just the whole TSL breaking from the past, right? It's a business that's been around for a long time. This business has been around for mid-90s, and in the last, gosh, probably from 2010, 2015, it really started to evolve into a business. So it was really more of a name drop business prior to that. And then people just, started doing it. And like anything in life, any industry, things evolve, things change. And, I know a lot of the senior placement agents that are out there, they're just clinging on to the past. They're clinging on to what they're used to doing. And that's understandable. I mean, a lot of people don't like change, except for myself. I love change.
I do too.
I love change, man. I'll tell you, one comment revolutionized my life years ago. Like him or love him, don't like him, hate him, whatever you want to do. But his name is Rick Pitino. He used to be an NBA coach and been a college coach for a number of years. Now he's at St. John's. He wrote a couple books. And one quote he had in one of his books was, he said, people talk about when it's not broke, don't try to fix it. He said, man, I try to break everything and just reassemble and put it together. Just that whole thing just revolutionized my outlook on life in terms of when things are going well. Because guys, with the traditional business, it was going well and it's still going really well. But there's a time of change. And we all know the magic year of 2030, all the baby boomers will be 65 and above. And you're not going to be able to reach every single person in your area, local senior placement agents that are out there. Maybe you own a franchise, or maybe you want to get in this business and you just think the concept is just get a business card and just get it out there and get going. You're going to need strategies and tactics in place, but you're also going to need technology. Things are evolving. I mean, I don't know what you can watch and out there that doesn't say AI, technology, and things like that. And we've given countless examples on this channel of how businesses, juggernaut businesses, major business, Blockbuster and others that really hung on to the past. And like, this is the way we've always done it. It's always worked this way, and it's always going to work, and till it doesn't. And that's where we kind of are right now. We're at that moment. So breaking from the past, Greg, let me ask you, just the traditional senior placement world, things have been done the same way for years, like I talked about. But what stood out to you about TSL that felt just different, and what mattered to you most?
Well, the thing that stood out the most was the fact that you can get a tablet in a social worker's hands in a skilled nursing facility, and right on that tablet is all of the verified and vetted senior living communities right there in one place. And I don't have the tablet right in front of me, but you can break it down into all the care needs and starting prices and what the facilities have to offer, right there in one spot. Whereas before you'd have to go search through the internet and you could waste a lot of time searching for a facility, and then, the pictures might not tell the whole story until you actually get there to see it. And I'll cover more of that shortly, but that's the main thing that attracted me to it is, it's an advance in technology, and it's not the old school way of going and networking with everybody, at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning and passing out business cards. And, you're not really getting anywhere by doing that.
Yeah.
This takes you right to the source. And that's what people really are looking for, especially in today's.
And Greg, you're in a very competitive area, right? You're in the Villages in Florida. I I think that's the largest senior,
Retirement
what do you want to call it, town community in the world.
157,000 people right now. And
Wow.
from what I understand from an inside source, the villages has at least 10 years worth of land to build on at the pace that they're going right now. And it's a pretty incredible pace. So it's
Wow.
heading from here, Central Florida, all the way down to the Kissimmee, Clermont area. They have that much land available. It's pretty mind-boggling, to say the least. But yes, there is a lot of competition, and this definitely helps me stand out above, hands above everyone else.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Greg, because the competition that's out there, this industry, you guys, is definitely not saturated, but obviously, how lucrative it is, and the opportunity to work from home and have your own business and the flexibility that it provides. There's going to be more and more people that jump into this industry, and you're going to need an edge. You're going to need something that's going to cause you to stand out, stand apart from others. And it's not just a business card. It's not just the way you look, not just the way you talk. I mean, your personality, things will kind of get you in the door certain ways, but TSL will be unlike anything that's being done in your area. And so that's what's going to make Greg stand out in terms of TSL, and no one else will be able to do this. It's proprietary software, and we're super excited about it. But Drew, I mean, some testimonies this past Tuesday was just, I think that was one of the better calls we've had since we started. And we had, a good fair amount of partners. We're talking about not only getting leads, but getting move-ins. And that's really what senior placement agents want, right? It's, I talk a lot about like establishing brand and doing social media and actually contacting social workers, all the different things that have made me successful over the years. But it's these testimonies. What did you think about those testimonies Tuesday?
It was amazing. There were so many success stories that were shared. We meet every Tuesday with all of the TSL partners, and we share best practices, and we overcome objections together. It was really kind of like a mind master group that meets every Tuesday if you're a TSL partner. But one of the success stories stood out to me. One of our partners, she got her tablet into one of the skilled nursing facilities. A family called one of her communities directly on a Friday, looking to tour on a Saturday. They set up their own tour, and then they ended up moving in on Monday. And and for the TSL partner, right? She checked in and checked in with the family. Hey, do you need anything? No, we're great. We found our community through your site. We love it. We're moving in. So it took very little effort on her part to secure that move in, because all the effort was already put in the information that she included in her page. And so all of that effort she put in before was paying dividends for her, because the family was able to hone in and find exactly the community that fit their needs because of the work that she put in. So she was able to turn that around in like 3 days with, probably 30 minutes of input.
What I love about it the most too, well, there's a lot of things I see the most. There's probably 4 or 5 things I love the most about TSL. But one thing is the transparency of the communities that are out there. It's the senior placement agents, including myself, guys, I'll throw myself under the bus here too. We all at times have worked with families. We've done hopefully our due diligence, gone through everything possible, humanly possible, to figure out their ADLs, their behaviors, preferences, and all that. And we pull up 3 different communities within the tour. What I like about TSL is it gets all the communities in our area that are verified, and the transparency it provides, what Greg was talking about earlier, as far as the services that they provide. Because I say this repeatedly, not every assisted living community out there provides the exact same thing. Now, the basics, yes, med management, shower twice a week, those type things, yes. But there's other areas, 24-hour nursing care, Warrior Lift. There's some other areas that they just don't all provide. And this is a way that you can actually see firsthand, without even talking to me, without talking to Greg. If you don't want, you can call the community directly. Or if you're uncomfortable in doing that and you want somebody in the Central Florida area, then you would call Greg and you say, hey, can you help me out? And Greg will be able to help you out. But I just love the impact of this and TSL. And I mean, Greg, how do you see this platform allowing you to make a bigger difference for families and seniors compared to the typical approach we've been talking about?
Well, I think it gets all of the facilities in the hands of the social workers and the skilled nursing facilities. And I personally have gone out and visited most of the senior living communities in my area recently, and that was a huge eye opener for me to be able to walk in and actually talk with people and show them, a QR code that they could go right to the website. And I can't even think of one single person who wasn't just overjoyed with the product itself. So it was very fulfilling and eye-opening at the same time, because not all senior living facilities are created equal, that's for sure. And there are some that, I would not want to put my own mother in. So I probably wouldn't feature those in my area.
Yeah.
It was eye-opening, to say the least.
No doubt. Yeah, the senior living communities love it. It's free advertisement, I guess. I mean, there's still a referral fee that's attached to it, but to be on the platform doesn't cost them anything. And then, man, I was out talking to people a number of months ago with Josh, and it was just amazing to see the social workers. Man, their eyes get big as quarters, man. They were just like, I had one social worker ask me, says, "Where has this been?"
Yeah.
Like, there's something she could have used for years as a social worker, and she was there for a long time and just never had the resources. She always had people like me or maybe other people, or she could Google something, or maybe she has a brochure on her little brochure rack or whatever. But this puts real-time information. I mean, it's just information in real time. I mean, it's like, this is the community, this is the prices, this is the location. These are all the care needs that will be provided in that community. So, man, that's powerful. So the possibility of this, if you're listening to this video and you're like, man, I really want to be a part of this industry, and I really want to make a difference. And you're seeing internally in your mind the possibility of what could transpire in your life, in the lives of others in your community. Man, I would encourage you to give TSL a hard look. Schedule a call. It doesn't cost you a dime to schedule a call, but man, it could change your life and change someone else's life. What you got, Drew? You're pulling up something, man. What is this?
Hey, this is Greg's page. Just think.
Looks man, great. Greg's page, baby.
There's so many communities in his area, and he's done a really good job visiting. And I think you met with like 50 communities in the last week or two. Greg, is that right?
Yeah, I went to over 70 communities in the last week. That's correct. Yeah.
Wow,
you're a beast, man. A beast.
That's amazing.
70 in a week.
So I think I joined TSL. What was it? 2-3 weeks ago?
I believe it was about 2.5 weeks ago, and I decided to go a little bit of a different route than probably most people do. I decided to go visit the communities myself and vet them to make sure that they were something that I wanted to represent to the skilled nursing facilities out there. And I'm really, really glad that I did. Like I said, it was eye-opening, and it was very fulfilling, because I didn't have a whole lot to work with. I had basically a QR code. And I didn't even have business cards with me. And, inadvertently, I have the business cards now, but inadvertently I ended up meeting with some of the marketing directors in some of these facilities, and just being able to show them the QR code and pull up the website on my phone and show them their featured community. There was not one single person who wasn't really glad to see that they were on it, and they were glad to hear about it, and they look forward to talking with me in the future and doing business together. So that was really cool. It was a great way to really get motivated for the future with TSL.
Oh, that's great. And basically how it worked is you sent me a list of the communities that you wanted on your page. And we give you kind of a spreadsheet of all the communities in your area, and you can just kind of check the box next to the ones you want. And then what we did is we went out and got pictures, descriptions, information about the care needs, pricing information if it's publicly available, and then put this up, all these profiles up for you in a couple of days. And then you have the ability to log in, manage these listings, update pricing, care needs, information, add photos, videos. But I was really excited that you got back to us so quickly with your list. So we were able to turn it around really quickly for you.
Yeah, and you did turn it around within 24 hours, I believe. And thank you so much for doing that.
Drew's machine too, man.
Yeah,
he gets things done quick, man. It's unbelievable. But I love this. Obviously, what we're doing, and I love what you did, Greg, going out to all these different communities in a short period of time. Because what we don't want people to think is like it's a on off switch, right? You just get the software and it's just you turn the on switch and it just generates all kinds of leads. The intent behind it is to still keep that concierge service, is still to keep that local senior placement agent on the ground. And but it's just giving you the tools to be even more successful, right? Anything in life, it's mindset, right? Going into it, whatever venture you're doing, you got to have the right mindset. And then a skill set, right? You got to be, in this case, a senior placement agent, knowing the process, having systems in place, and then tool set. And that's what TSL brings to your table out there, you guys, is a tool set that will help you be a lot more successful. Awesome. Well, great. Let me ask you this. I mean, what excites you the most about being a part of TSL? We've talked about a couple of different things, and I mean, obviously it's the early stages. You just started in the last several weeks or so of your journey, but where do you want to take it in the future? I mean, when people start calling you and, I know I hear your heart. I've talked to you before, obviously, seen your partner meetings, and it's more than just making money. In this industry, you'll make a lot of money, but I really appreciate your heart in terms of helping people. And that's really the lack of a better way of saying it, the heartbeat of the business.
And that's well said, because that really is what it's all about. It's about finding something that you're passionate about and you feel good about. And, there's lots of people out there that need this service, and we can provide not just this service, and Drew has it set up so that you can add some additional services of other things that people will need to transition into a senior living community, such as movers or estate sale people. And you get the opportunity to go out in the community and meet lots of different people, and other opportunities come up while you're working with this. And that's some of the things that excite me the most. I've been in real estate for a long, long time, and just getting out in our community and meeting people and doing things for the seniors that, quite frankly, a lot of other people aren't willing to do. And you're right, it's not really about the money. It's about helping people get to a place where they're comfortable and, they can finish out their life in a good environment and a place that's going to make them feel comfortable and happy. I mean, that's what it's all about. We're all going to get there. So might as well help others get there as well.
Absolutely. My goodness, man. Well, Drew, wrap us up, man. Give us a closing comment and just a word of encouragement to people out there, because I know we got a lot of people that watch this channel that are want to be entrepreneurs, or maybe they're wanting to make a shift in business. Maybe they've been hearing a lot about senior living, and man, I don't know anything about it, right? I mean, that would kind of be probably that would slow somebody up from getting this business. They don't know anything about it. I mean, how does TSL help them in terms of doing that?
Yeah, well, congratulations. You found a very important part of the economy that needs your help. We need more senior placement agents who are advocates for seniors. I see that when I see placement agents getting the kind of thank yous that they get from families, of handwritten cards sent 7 to 10 years after they've helped the family. It's a very important service that means a lot to the people you help. But we need to update this service to bring it up to 2007 levels. We need to provide families a tool set so that they can find out about the senior living communities in your area in a way that's digestible to them, right? Imagine if you were searching for a house and the only way to search for houses, to buy in your area was you had to go visit a website for each house. Each house had a standalone website and you had to go on Google, and one house at a time, you had to kind of look at each web page. No one wants that. What they want is that Zillow-like experience where they can see all the options in their area. They can filter by price. They can look at location. They can look at care needs. And what's great about this is that you can put your local expertise as a senior placement agent into your own Zillow site and capture all of the leads that are going through your site. So you're providing a higher level of service to the families, and you're able to reach a lot more people that way. So anyway, if you're thinking about this business, I would encourage you to check out TSL and see how that can kind of give you an edge as you enter your market, an edge that no one else has.
Absolutely. Well said, my friend. And again, there's links down below. If you want to know more about it, you can watch a webinar, or you want to be bold enough to schedule a consultation call with me, and that'd be great too. We'll spend about 30 minutes on a Zoom call, and it won't cost you anything but time. We'll go through all the information about that and see if your area is available and answer any questions you may have and all that good stuff. So we really appreciate you guys out there in terms of what you're doing for people, hopefully, and what you're doing. But if you really want to get into the game of helping seniors like Greg and Drew and myself and countless others that are part of the senior home business community, just drop us a comment down below or schedule a call. We'd love to hear from you. And so until next time, God bless.
God bless.